The other way. The other way. What's up, El Paso? Welcome back to this week's podcast. I have some amazing guests as always. Thank you so much for going local. Let me go on and turn around this camera so I can introduce you. All right. What's up, Suracy?
Hello.
Gold Out El Paso. We have Angel with Construct Collective. We have Juan Ornelas, local artist. And we have Mitchell with Texan Takeout. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Yes. Awesome. It's a little humid outside today. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I do like to start off my podcast the same way every time. I'm in marketing. I work at Leo Marketing. If anybody at home is watching, you guys need any help with marketing, please reach out to me. I can help you with everything from brokering and negotiating deals for TV, radio, billboard, print, and OTT at no cost to my clients, to social media, websites, video production, graphic design, photography, SEO, Google, branding, everything and anything under the sun for marketing and advertising. I can help you along with social media influencer postings. So what I want to do is go on and start off asking everybody, what type of marketing do you do to promote your business? What works for you? What maybe doesn't work for you? And do you have any tips or advice for business owners? Y'all ready? All right, Suracy, no pressure. No, I'm kidding.
Pressure,
You're like a pro. You're a doll, man. Awesome. So Gold Out El Paso.
Yes, Gold Out El Paso. It's now considered a official nonprofit.
Congratulations.
Official nonprofit. I do apologize. And how I promote it is basically, Gold Out El Paso is just for families united that have been through pediatric cancer, that want to bring awareness to the community. We tell everyone's stories, the kids' stories. Unfortunately, there are survivors, there are warriors, and of course, our angels. So, what doesn't work, sometimes it doesn't hit the people's hearts because they weren't impacted by childhood cancer. But, once I believe there's awareness, once we promote more of the stories and more activities in the community, I believe we can find a cure, or not a cure, but more awareness. So one day there'll be a cure for cancer.
Absolutely. And we'll go into the funding and all that right now.
Okay.
But for business owners, do you have any tips or advice?
Business owners, if you would love to, please donate. You can donate to Gold Out El Paso. All charity, all funds go to these pediatric families. Basically, our funds is to help families that are currently going through pediatric cancer, which will be for bills, food. Hospital. It does pay for. They don't pay for food, so we help out with food, and anything a family needs. Currently, right now, we are in the process of hopefully having El Paso be turn gold for the month of September. So we're working on that. Remember,
Awesome.
you
Yes,
were there, huh?
it was awesome.
You were there.
You guys are doing amazing work. So if any business owners out there are interested in partnering up, donating anything, reach out to Suracy, Gold Out El Paso. And do you have any tips or advice for business owners running a business? Like, I know we're on social media a lot, just trying to, like with you guys, you're just active and you're posting. You're just doing the damn thing. You know what I mean? You just have to do it.
I would say if you're hungry for it, stay active.
Yes.
We are nonstop 24/7, we help, and this is what we love to do. We love to, bring awareness. We love these kids, and these kids are our kids, and for business owners, I would say be hungry for something.
Yes.
If you want to achieve it.
I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Angel, what's up?
Hey.
Awesome. So Construct Collective, brand new to the scene. Tell me, what have you guys been doing for your marketing? What do you see that works for you guys or maybe doesn't? And do you have any tips or advice for people out there?
Okay, well, we're a collective of sculptors.
And sculptors?
Yes.
Okay.
We multimedia artists.
Sure.
Is pretty much really what we are. Like, we all sculpt, but we also paint, we also draw.
Okay.
The whole idea is, if there's an idea behind the art, we'll find a way to do it, so that we're not restricted by medium.
Okay.
We use a lot of social media. We use Instagram, we use Facebook. I think those are the only two actually that we use.
Right. Well, in this city, they're top dog for sure.
But we also do a lot of collaborations and connections with the local galleries as well, sharing ideas, working on collaborations with other art pieces. We specifically are a studio to work out of. We do have a small gallery and a shop up front, and we do events within our studios so that people can also see this is our workspace that we work in, and so they can see like how much work goes into the artwork.
Okay.
Because I think that's a huge thing that people don't understand when they see the finished product and they don't see the process that it takes to get there.
100%.
So I think that's really important. But yeah, we use a lot of marketing. The problems we're having right now is we haven't put a sign out in front of our building. So when we do have events, it's a little hard to find because Google Maps is still listing us as a auto shop that used to be there.
I see. You need to call me at Leo Marketing. We can help you with that. Okay.
So,
and any tips or advice?
Well, we're still kind of figuring that out ourselves. But I think everything is drive. You know, if you really want to do something, you're going to find a way, and that's what we're doing.
Yes.
We're all pushing. We started an art market this last month that was pretty successful. Every member gets 1 month to exhibit in our small gallery as well. And they all reach out and show in other spaces as well. Like I said, we're a workspace. I myself, I'll be showing at Casa Ortiz this weekend, but a lot of my works are also out of the city. I show it in Austin and Phoenix and well, in Pittsburgh. It's coming January and so forth.
That's very cool. So stay hungry, right? Just
It's always, because
keep active.
Nobody's going to do it for you.
Exactly.
You have to find a way to do it yourself.
100%. And you got to stay constant.
Yep.
It's important. I love your glasses, by the way. I can't stop looking at them. All right. Thank you. All right, Juan.
What's up?
What's up? Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Heck yes. So, tell me, what type of marketing do you do? What works for you? What doesn't? Do you have any tips or advice?
So, yeah, my background's in marketing, so it's been kind of a fun experiment for me because I think with the art world, you can't put too much into like the advertising. You got to make it organic. So we do use a lot of the social media, and we depend on a lot of other artists to share our events and to make it organic and growth like that. So advice for businesses is to be as honest as you can with the people that you're selling to, and you're not selling to them, you're making them believers in your product. So the truth is just go about it any way you can, but make sure it's authentic.
Yes.
And if you do run into trouble, go to someone like Leo Marketing, and they're gonna take care of the big stuff.
You're so right.
Otherwise, just do what you can and try to spend as little money as you can, because people in El Paso are pretty supportive, and it's pretty easy to get someone to share a flyer here and
try
there.
and cheat on your taxes too.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all small business owners. Come on.
Oh my God.
Iris is looking at us.
Guys.
That's very hard.
Don't listen to him.
Carry a Glock and a baseball bat.
Okay.
So that's my advice for sure. Yeah.
Perfect. Mitchell, what's up?
Hello.
And Mitchell's with Texan Takeout. Thank you so much for coming today. What type of marketing do you guys do? What works for you? And do you have any tips or advice for business owners?
I literally sell beer next to a military base. You cannot go fucking wrong with that.
Pretty easy, right?
I don't know if I'm too close to the mic. Should I be I feel like Ricky Bobby, what should I do with my hands?
No, just a little on it, yeah.
Yeah, the point is, for marketing, most of mine has just been word of mouth. I have a really good, upstanding reputation with the military community. I'm an 8-year infantry veteran, and I have a lot of connections on base. Even the guys that freaking hate my guts. I had first sergeant, base sergeant major come into my beer store and go, "Hey man, how's business?" And I look at him and I go, "I don't know, how's the suicide rate on Fort Bliss?" And both me and him just start cracking laughing.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
Well, the thing is, military guys, we're all about dark humor.
So this is where you can go and find your dark humor.
Yeah, what can I say? If you want to walk on in and, hear me rant about something stupid for about maybe 10, 20 minutes while you're drinking a beer,
that's the place to go do it.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips or advice for business owners?
Tax claims. Yeah, you can literally claim everything on your taxes as a business owner. I recently found out, as a proud new owner of some very good weapons, if you are a small business owner, whenever you buy a weapon for your store, it counts as a tax claim, including ammunition, the weapon itself, and whenever you go to the range to train, because if you are a small business owner, the owner itself, that's actually a tax write-off. It falls under castle law, so you can actually protect your business, and I mean, you get some range time. Yeah. Especially with the cost of ammunition now.
Oh my god. Learning something new all the time.
All of our faces are like,
what?
It's like, the more you know.
Yeah.
I know, right? I have like that fucking rainbow going over my head. Like SpongeBob meme. Imagination.
Like this
That is right, true though. As an artist, I buy all sorts of weird materials and I end up writing them off.
Dude,
yeah,
smart.
Yeah, everything. Yeah,
it's like,
save your receipts, get a good accountant, and
who's talking to the accountant. He's like, "Why are you writing off Nerf guns? Because I used them in art."
Yes.
You know?
Calm down.
If you got a good accountant, let me know. I mean, I'd be happy to change cards with you because I got no accountant. Like my accountant's my wife, and because like me, I've already been blown up enough where I don't know the fucking. Like, I forget sometimes how many toes I have. I'm like, 1, 2, 12. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah. If any accountants out there, message us in the comments. We'll get these people hooked up.
Okay.
Yeah. We got you.
I'm a firm believer in capitalism, so the fastest one, the cheapest one, you guys get the deal.
Oh my god.
I got to meet you in person. If I don't like you, I'll break your kneecaps. How's
Oh my gosh. So we have a comedian here in case you guys didn't get that at home. All right. So we're going to do our deep dive into each individual business. Let us know the who, what, when, where, whys, whatever information you want to get out to the public, any events coming up, any help that we need, donations list, anything like that. Let's go. Let's start with you, Suracy.
You got it.
I got this. Okay, so Gold Out El Paso. So, of course, I'm the co-founder of Gold Out El Paso. The reason why I was impacted by childhood cancer was because of my daughter, Mia. Mia was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroblastoma at the age of 2. Basically, how we found out was, of course, every parent does not take their child to a doctor thinking they're going to have cancer. Every single doctor was like, no, she's constipated. Here's some Miralax. Here's this medication. And one day I just got fed up and I was like, what is wrong with my kid? Her stomach was growing and everything, and took her to Del Sol Hospital, and the doctor's like, you guys have to go. And we're like, what the fuck? Oh.
You're fine.
Come on, you look at me. On the upside, at least, like, I know, like, okay, I had a lot of cancer jokes set up to the side, and now they're just off the board.
Okay.
Just for you.
All right, okay.
I like your mom, so.
Okay, good. So I'm like, I'm still a mom, guys. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, So, no, next thing you know, it scans, and they're like, you know what? It's called neuroblastoma, and it's, wrapped around all her organs and everything, and we have to start chemo. Sure enough, started chemo, surgery. She had more than 20 surgeries, and unfortunately, she did not make it. She fought very hard, and, in my belief, it's like, am I gonna sit at home, cry about it, drink and everything, or am I gonna do something to make my daughter's memory alive? So basically, I met up with, another mom, which is Eileen, the founder. Her husband works at the hospital as the nurse of the oncology unit. So we're like, you know what, let's make up a group. So the 4 founders, of course, it's Eileen, the founder, Sandra, that her daughter right now is currently going through cancer, my daughter who passed away, and Monica, who, basically was there with me throughout the whole time. And I guess the problem is that there is so much children that are diagnosed with cancer in our community, but a lot of people don't understand that they're treated here in El Paso. We don't have the technology like other cities have. And a lot of people are like, well, let's donate to St. Jude Hospital. St. Jude Hospital. It's like, but there's kids here battling, and they stay here. We have kids from Juarez, from Las Cruces, from Artesia, from all our local cities. So I guess right now the thing is like just telling these kids stories and making sure their voices are heard is one thing. I mean, we believe that gold is more valuable than pink, but of course pink sells. Everybody knows about the pink ribbon, but does anybody know about the gold? So right now we're taking steps. I mean, we're doing random things like we're doing a tattoo. Like, which nonprofit would say, hey, let's go do a tattoo show? If you guys do a tattoo, proceeds go to Gold Out.
Right.
We're wanting to do a drag queen show. Like
fun.
I know, right? Like, we want to
tag me on everything so I can share it all, please.
Thank you. Yes.
My wife is actually looking for a new tattoo, so you might actually got a freaking good profit there.
All right, perfect.
She's got money saved up in the bank, like $800.
We'll send her to
for,
the
like,
event.
A good piece.
It's amazing. No, that is awesome. But yeah, we're just doing different events. We want to just spread awareness in the El Paso community because we believe that kids deserve this. I mean, their childhood are stuck in the hospital beds and not outside. And we just want them to realize that they're not alone. Their parents are not alone. Right now, a parent just messaged us like, hey, why can't we put yellow light bulbs outside just so we do it for the military, we do it for everybody else. Why can't we do it for our children? It's like, hey, let's do that, just different things that we're trying to do just so we can spread awareness. Of course, in my belief, we're not getting paid for this. Because, I mean, we've all been through it. I mean, we've all been through the struggles of, being there with our kids, having to quit a job, having to do everything just so we could be there with our children. And no lie, I mean, I believe I'm doing this, because in my opinion, I do want to see my daughter again. So, definitely, I know it's like, you guys better not cry, okay? Don't cry, because then you guys are going to make me cry. No. And I'm going to get a beer after.
Well, I mean, just
Did
come
you
on
bring
down.
some?
Dude, for you,
Yes.
I'll buy you a beer at my store.
Okay, good. You heard that. You guys heard that.
If you really like you can get fucked up.
No, I'm a lightweight. I'm a lightweight.
Well,
He's like, we'll take care of you.
In-store sampling. I found like a small little legal loophole. We're a beer store, but not a bar. Right?
We'll get to that sampling right now. Yeah.
Sampling, okay.
So this is where we're going after this, right?
Right,
Yeah,
right. The
after
after party,
party.
the after party to the
after
podcast, guys.
I mean, I still need you to scalp me like a piece of my junk.
She's a sculptor. We'll get there right now.
Trust me, my wife was already mad at me because I got hammered and fell asleep on the floor last night.
All right, Suracy. So I wanted to ask, because last year we worked together to help bring awareness to childhood cancer, and I learned a lot from you guys, So
yes.
I want to let people know the percentage of funds that go directly to childhood cancer.
4%.
Yeah. We wanted to make
4%.
sure that we mentioned that.
And 4% when there's different types of cancers that children have, there's leukemia, there's DIPG, there is, neuroblastoma, there is ALL, you name it, there's so much, and it's like, and sometimes it gets me upset. It's like, why is there only just 4% of funding? Isn't children our future? Mm-hmm. And 4% goes to childhood cancer. I mean, as it is, I mean, there's not even a cure for it. I mean, with my daughter, they told me the day where she got diagnosed with cancer, just hug your daughter tight. You may not get to see her past the age of 5. And, there's other cancers such as DIPG where once you are diagnosed with DIPG, you're terminal. You have 6 to 8 months to live.
That's kind of fucked up.
That is. And see, I mean, in my opinion, it's just like, what is going on with our
Where's
funds?
the funding?
Where's the funding going to?
So
I mean, do kids have to be making lemonade stands for them to get funds?
Yeah.
I mean, as it is, people are so fucked up. Thank you. I could cuss here.
Right, you can.
Like, people are so fucked up. Like, it's just like, there's so much events for, I mean, I am not trying to criticize for, like, breast cancer or for any other cancer, but where are the children? That's what we want to bring to El Paso. We want to one day bring a 5K. We do, I mean, I host every year except the year that COVID hit us, Mia's cross-training event. You know, Mia's cross-training event is because my daughter loved going to CrossFit with me, you know? And so I bring all the athletes and we sponsor 3 families and all those funds go to those families. We don't keep a single dime.
You must have had a yoked ass daughter if she's doing CrossFit.
Oh, she
I tried CrossFit once, and I'm not gonna lie, I puked my guts out.
Oh, really?
And I just like imagine like your daughter just schooling the shit out of me.
No, I remember, and I'll tell you one time my daughter was just tired one day of chemo. She was just tired, and she had an IV in her arm. She just pulled it out, and all this blood came out. Like, no, you know. And you know, she was. What's so weird is that us adults know what cancer is. Us adults know that what cancer, but these kids, they don't know what they're going through. So, I mean, the pain they feel every chemo, they think it's normal. They're like, what is it called? When a child is relentless, like they can tolerate anything. You see the stuff these kids go through, and it's like, holy shit, they go through a lot. You know, and they complain. They do. I mean, I was there. They throw up. I mean, the next day it's like, hey, I want to McDonald's. I want to go to the playground. You know, when am I going to go? Yeah. They're children, and that's what we need to, as adults, understand. These are kids. Of course, they're going to be in the hospital beds when they're supposed to be with their, you know, with their friends at school. So it's a tough job. I consider this as a job, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's very rewarding. We accomplish, you know, lots of love. We accomplish, you know, if it's to bring awareness, good. If it's just to bring a food to a family, I think that's amazing as well. So, like I said, I'm doing this just to, I mean, one day see my daughter again, and I believe I believe her fight, what I've seen, deserves me, you know, living for her memory.
To fight this, yeah.
Yeah, to fight this, because I'm telling you, these kids, I mean, they deserve it. They deserve it.
Man, you're going to make me cry.
Um,
I'm not going to lie.
Well,
I never cry.
And this is the thing. This is very real, and this is, you know, we have to talk about it. So we got to start the conversation. No, don't apologize, girl. Like, you're doing amazing work. You're moving mountains. Let's get on this train, guys. Join, follow Gold Out El Paso. Do you have anything coming up? I know you're selling shirts, and the profits are, you know, you give back the profits. So how can people donate?
So right now we are selling shirts, and those are the only thing that's going towards right now to Gold Out El Paso. Right now we are working on getting a proclamation with the mayor. I had a meeting with the mayor. I was like, hey, like, I remember going to the front desk, and I was like pregnant, like 8 months pregnant, and I was going like, I have a meeting with the mayor. You know, like, I have always wanted to say that. So no, and we're working on a proclamation to make sure the city turns gold. Last year when you were involved, we turned the turbines gold. Yeah. And that brought it to my attention because, you know, the turbines turned purple for Kobe Bryant when he died. I'm like, Kobe Bryant had nothing to do with El Paso. I mean, greatest basketball player, in my opinion, but he had nothing to do with El Paso. So I'm like, hey, why can't I turn them gold? You know?
Our kids here in El Paso.
For our kids. Yes. And then here comes, like, the art department, like, I wrote a sensitive letter, like, you know what, like, please turn in gold. Told the story about Mia, told the story about these kids and why it should be gold. And I believe you should bring, I mean, it will be big one day, you know? My letter wasn't read until I was like, what's going on here? And then they're like, no, some employees got furloughed because of COVID and all that. And I was just, so upset. I'm like, Eileen, like, we have members that have different tempers, and I guess I'm the one with the ugliest temper, where I'm like,
you're a little saucy.
I'm a little saucy,
little saucy Suracy.
Yeah, I was just like, Eileen, go ahead and talk to these people, because then I'll get upset.
Yeah.
Like, come on, these are for our kids, and plus. At the time, don't get offended, Like, at the time, I was like, who even likes art? Nobody even likes art,
Everybody loves art.
Now everybody likes art. Like, I was like, come on, turn on the turbines gold, and it took weeks and weeks, and, they turned gold like the middle of September 18th. They turned gold. And, all these families came. They brought, pictures of their children, because some of them did pass away. They brought their kids, and it was just brought so much hope for these families. Like, you know what? This city will...
We're not forgotten.
We're not forgotten. None of that, And, you meet these families, and you meet these families that they've lost their kids 10 years ago.
Yeah.
They, 3 years ago, a week ago. I had to go to a funeral of, Jimmy's. And, you just get so impacted, and you just want to make a difference. So we're hopefully one day getting a proclamation to have an official El Paso Gold Out Day.
Okay.
We're also doing, we're just random people. It's like, hey, let's do something with tattoos. Like, hey, let's do.
So partnerships, if anybody's out there is interested in doing a partnership to help spread the word about childhood cancer awareness, reach out to Gold Out then.
Please, yes. I mean, all of us, like I said, we all have 4 different views. Like, we want a drag queen show. Like, that would be pretty cool. Like,
yeah,
because that's kind of random.
I do think, because like I always wanted to get a tattoo of like Chip and Dale reaching up my leg to grab my balls. And I think that'd be hilarious. And if I could actually have that money go towards helping kids with cancer, fuck yeah, I will.
See, then there you go.
We should
because
we were talking about having a drag show in our space as well.
So where are you?
We're on Texas Avenue and Walnut.
Yeah,
right in front of Epic.
So you're part of Epic?
No, we're right in front of Epic.
Epic? Okay, yeah. And see, I know like a drag queen from Epic. I'm like, hey, dude, like, I think it was, and a lot of people are like, and this is one thing that I love about Gold Out. One of my drag queens is like, do you think some people will get offended? I'm like, for what? And they're like, well, we're gay. And it's just like, Gold Out, if you're an atheist, if you're gay, bi, we don't care. We're just here for the kids.
Yes.
Cancer does not like dignify. Cancer. Yeah, cancer. Cancer did not pick me because I was a single mom, I was a student, or anything like that. Cancer just happens, So that's one thing that I love about my nonprofit. It's just, we will invite everybody. If I'm a firm believer, of Jesus Christ. But if an atheist is like, hey, my child has cancer, hey, I'm here.
We're here for you.
We're here for you, you know? Yeah, we do have families, that, are gay. It's like, so what? We're all family here,
100%.
We're all family,
I got no problem with them.
Yeah.
So we just want to just be random. We want to be a good nonprofit that's like random when it comes to things like a tattoo show or a tattoo for a good cause. A drag queen show for a good cause. Getting a meeting with the mayor, like, hey, let's make
an art show for a good cause.
An art show.
We should turn the star gold as well, because the star is now run on
It's just white,
it's LEDs. You can turn it any color.
And see what the problem that we see the problem that we have is just like right now everything is coming off our money.
Right.
Do we have those funds? How much are they going to charge us? And it's like, or would they want to do this for the kids?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's like what I just don't get. It's like, okay, I understand we're nonprofit. We have to have funds. We have to. This is barely a year in, in the process, but. We were thinking of the Star Gold. We were thinking about the Wells Fargo building, making a gold ribbon there. But it's just like what they want to help us in that. And that's what we're trying to spread the word of childhood cancer little by little, just so we could, they could say, you know what, let's do this. Like, I mean, it's 1 month, which I don't believe is enough, because, I mean...
Well, because it never ends.
It never ends, no.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can give you a tip. If you do plan to turn the star gold, I mean, you could just do it yourself. I mean, it might not
That's
be
not a good
legal.
tip. That's not a good tip.
But,
We're going to take the comma back this way.
Most times, like, whenever, like, government employees, they'll, like, put, like, a code on something. It's usually all zeros or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
That's why whenever I go to McDonald's, I usually throw porn up on their monitors. Just to
Oh my God.
sprinkle a little chaos.
We're going to tone it down a little. All right. Okay, so do we have anything else that we wanted to mention?
No, just, I mean, to let the El Paso community know, I mean, there's kids battling here childhood cancer. We have our survivors, warriors, and angels. And we're the nonprofit, in my opinion, that's going to make a difference here in our community. And if you could support us, be behind our backs, and we promise you that, childhood cancer will be, known to the community. Mm-hmm. I don't know if there'll be a cure. I don't know in my lifetime. But if there's the awareness, hopefully there'll be more funds.
Yes. And how do we find you?
So we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we have our website, and we're under Gold Out El Paso. Make sure it's Gold Out El Paso.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm going to start following you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I hope you all
Thank
do.
you guys.
Trust me, if you see the star gold, I mean, I may have a few guys. I did not directly do that.
It wasn't me.
I think the star should be gold all of September.
All of
Yeah,
September.
I
And
agree.
that's what we're fighting for. It's just the term blinds, we want them gold again, and they're just like, well, it can only be for a week. And it's like, but why?
But why? What's up, El Paso? What's up, El Paso City?
If you guys could please help us. Like, call the art department and
There you
tell
go.
them it's for the kids.
Yes.
Please help us.
Are you dealing with MCAT?
I know it's El Paso art. Like,
Well,
the ones in charge of the term blinds.
yeah, that would be MCAT.
MCAT,
That
so
would
yeah.
be MCAT.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
like, I sell moderately offensive things at my store. Especially like we have a chalkboard wall with dicks drawn all over it because, well, infantry. I mean, it looks like an Afghani porter shirt, for Christ's sake. But we also sell T-shirts at my store, and I want to ask you, like, if you can make some shirts that say, like, "fuck cancer,"
That's gold?
that's gold. We would fucking sell that at my store,
Right.
If it's to
Partnerships.
have funds?
dude.
And you know
partnerships.
what? You know a t-shirt designer, right? We know somebody. We have
know
a
somebody?
What's up, Mo?
What's up, you know, look
Yeah.
And we'll definitely have to talk about
Yes.
partnering up so that we can
Yes,
put
if you
together
guys
shows and-
please. I
and
mean, like I
events.
said, I mean, these kids deserve it. I mean, I'm not trying to sound very blunt or anything, but, there's going to be more kids that are going to pass away. There are going to be more kids this year that are going to get diagnosed, and we just need to be there for them, Because we've all, in my shoes, if you've been in my shoes, we've all heard the term, your child has cancer. It sucks. We have to go through, but, we have to just spread awareness to the El Paso community.
Awesome.
Slowly but surely,
Thank you, Suracy.
Thank you, Annie.
All right. Angel, what's going on? I know, right?
It's like-
Hard to follow that.
Hold on, I'm still recovering from all
It's a lot of information.
Yeah.
Just right now, we got a lot of information
Yeah.
and different ways that we can help. And like she said, call the MCAT and ask for it. So, Construct Collective.
Yes.
What is that?
So, like I'd mentioned, we're a collective of artists.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm also the sculpture professor at UTEP,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm always running into all these upcoming artists as I'm teaching them, and then I see them graduate, and especially when it comes to like sculptors or printmakers or metal students,
Okay.
or even ceramicists, students that their medium requires equipment. And I see them drop off. They don't make their art anymore because they don't have that equipment anymore. So by chance, because I live right in front of Epic Rail Yard, there was a warehouse that opened up right across the street. And I needed a studio as well. So I reached out to some of my best students that had graduated to see if they
cool.
wanted to continue making their artwork.
I love it.
So we came up with the name Construct Collective because we are a collective of artists and we construct artwork as sculptors. But it wasn't limited just to sculptors. We ended up getting a music producer who also produces music upstairs. We have a member of Sunrise El Paso that's always working on, helping the El Paso community and the environment, things like that. And we're always trying to find ways to reach out into our community. During our events, we have a nurse who comes to vaccinate as well. And he comes every month. That's so that,
neat.
If you got your first shot, then you come back again. On the next event, you can get your second shot.
Very cool.
That's so cool.
So we're constantly trying to think of other things because there's a lot of art venues and we don't want to, they're great art venues. I show at those art venues and we want to partner with them, but at the same time we want to be our own thing.
Sure.
So we're coming up with ideas of things that we want to do as well that is specifically construct. We do give each of our members an exhibition every month. Each one gets 1 month, and then we do a group show. Each member doesn't have to do a show if they want to. They can invite someone else. We started doing this in June, and instead of showing my artwork in the gallery, I invited 2 other artists to show for Pride Month, so that they could show their work
Very
during that
cool.
time. I myself exhibit quite a bit outside of El Paso, so I was like, I'm fine with that. Let me give the opportunity to more
Sure.
artists. This month, we had to postpone the opening because we do our openings on last Thursdays.
Okay.
And then we do our closings on the 3rd Friday of the month so that the next artist has time to install.
What is that? Openings and closings and
Openings are when you have your artwork, you set it up, and the opening is the event where everyone can come and see it.
okay, because I have no idea. I'm not an art guy.
Yep.
Unless it shoots fire or explodes, I usually just it's okay.
Well,
Well-
let's talk to you so this way we can have drinks while we're there.
Yes.
Dude,
I think everyone just wants to invite the beer guy, right?
that was a good partnership with El Paso Frame Co.
Yeah.
Yes.
They just come on in.
Yes.
I love these guys, right?
They're awesome.
They are some bad bitches. Like, I looked at this broad and I'm like, whoa, shit. You know why you take me in a fight.
Well, like I said, we're always open to all sorts of ideas. When we took over the warehouse space, it was pretty wretched.
Yeah.
The auto shop that just left it in shambles. We ended up asking local muralists
Oh, cool.
if they wanted to paint our walls. And giving them free reign to paint whatever they wanted, because most of the time when the muralist gets to paint the wall,
limited.
they're limited on what they can paint. And they're like, well, what do you want? We're like, whatever you want to paint.
Yes.
This
That's
is
awesome.
your wall.
Yes.
And we provided them with the paint, and they did whatever they wanted.
It's a good thing you didn't invite a lot of guys I know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
we do
I would
something
agree
like
with
that.
that.
A chalk wall everywhere.
Well, we did vet them first. We looked at their art.
How
and
many
There's some
dicks
cor-
will they
we're like,
draw?
we like your style.
Trust me,
We didn't just take anybody. We had, because we when we announced, we got them bombarded, and we're like, oh my god.
Did you get a lot of taggers?
We got some taggers. We got some really professional muralists that are
All
you
over.
see their work
Yeah.
all over.
Because I love seeing a good mural.
And that's one of the stop by. You can come and see.
Dude,
it.
hell yeah.
Because each one of our studios has a mural in it.
Okay.
So there's 10 members, and
10 murals.
each studio has a mural in it.
Very cool.
And we got paintings by Diego Robot, by Anks, just a bunch of Walk-In Soul did one of them as well.
Joey Delgado.
Got a Banksy up there somewhere.
That's right.
Dead Punk, yeah.
Dead
yeah,
Punk,
so,
nice.
he's gonna be doing our bathrooms.
Oh, cool.
No shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I would be
So-
happy to piss in that toilet.
So and that's the thing is we're just we want to contribute to the art community, but in various ways. We have I'm not the only professor that's a member of Construct. We have another one who's a Chicano Studies professor at UTEP as well. He does all sorts of like little art vending, like really amazing. You would never like guess, like you'd see his work and you're like, you're a teacher? But then people do that with me as well. But,
right.
Yeah. As I met you, I'm like, this guy looks cool. I didn't know professor. Like, I'm like, he's got some cool glasses, but when I said you're a professor, I'm like, fuck, okay, guy's vetted.
But so the guy, his son is very much into chess.
Okay.
So he wants to bring in this local chess.
Oh, that'd be
to do
awesome.
Chess tournaments
Yeah.
in our studios, and the idea was
Art and
that
chess, yes.
students, so these kids could see like
He loves this stuff.
becoming an artist is a viable career. You know, there's a lot that goes into it, and
Yeah.
they would be able to, while they're playing chess, they could see our studios, you know, and see that, you know what, if this is what you want to do, then
do it.
Then do it, because that's one of the biggest things in being a teacher, you know, is you get a lot of students who are like, well, I really like art, but I'm going to go into graphic design because I want a job. Or I'm going to go into business because I want a job. You know, and it's like, as an artist, you can have a job. You know, it's all about drive, and no one's going to hand it to you. I mean, it's a struggle, but it's very much well worth the fight.
Yes.
You know, because everything is about quality of life. You know, and yeah, money is great. But if you're in a job that makes you miserable, you know, just for the money, that's not a good life. You know, you want to be happy with what you're doing,
Right.
and what I mean, I have to make artwork. It keeps me up at night. Sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night with ideas going, why haven't you made me yet? You know, so it's like I have to be an artist.
Awesome.
You know, and that's why it was very much about bringing Construct about, so that we could start bringing more to the community, giving more options in art to the community. We've reached out, and not just in just doing art shows, but doing events. Like, we want to partner up with people to help them as well.
That would be amazing, honestly.
I mean, that's a really big thing for us. We are very much about helping the community.
Yes.
One of the other things that being part of UTEP, I'm also on the community engagement task force for the university. So I'm very much about like trying to get students and the university engaging with the community. I also run EASY in the Interdisciplinary Research Building, which is the new building at UTEP, and that stands for Engineering plus Art plus Science equals Social Impact, which is, you know, not STEM, but STEAM, you know, because you need arts along with the sciences, and which is a really big thing when it comes to making artwork and sculptures. There's a lot of math and science involved. You know, if you're a ceramicist, you're working with chemistry to make the glazes for your artwork.
Oops, sorry.
You know, it's okay. If you're sculpting, you know, physics is a very big part of it, you know, because gravity's a harsh mistress. And if you don't balance things out, it'll tear it all down. So, you know, it's about showing this community going, you know what, here's some really cool artwork, but it's not just something cool to look at, it has a statement to say. We want to say, you know, bring about issues that people don't normally want to talk about in a new format, so that it takes them off guard, draws down those barriers, and then you can really make that discussion.
There you go.
You know, and so like for something like that, we would love to work with you on that.
That is amazing.
You know.
And do you have any events coming up that you want to promote?
Like I said, one of our members, her show was supposed to start on Thursday, but she got sick, so we postponed hers.
Sure.
And her opening is this Saturday.
Okay.
From 6 to 10.
Okay.
We will have an event on the third Friday again for the closing of her show, and then our other member, Bianca Camarillo, will have her opening on the last Thursday of September as well.
Okay.
And if you want to see inflatable sculpture, she's going to have.
Oh,
inflatable
cool!
sculpture.
Interesting.
I don't know too much about it.
Yeah. And how do we find you?
Sorry.
How do we find you?
We have an Instagram, which is Construct Collective 915. Somehow we forgot the T at the end of Construct when we wrote it.
Okay.
Construct.
It's art. It's art.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you can also find us through our members. Our members are constantly sharing. Myself is Angel Cabrales, and then we have Bianca Camarillo, Landshark, The A's or V's if you're going to type that in.
I don't know how to spell any of that.
Clarissa Escajeda, Quigley, Carla Quigley, who's a metals and she makes beautiful jewelry.
Yeah, tell me about the
I mean, I can give you a list. We have a bunch of artists.
Awesome.
We have Robzilla.
I do like that.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great info. Go and check out Construct Collective and tell them I sent you, El Paso.
No
All
tea.
kinds of.
No T at the end.
Yeah, that's why I say it like that. All right.
We got hit with a little dyslexia.
All right, Juan. You ready? Sorry, we're having too good of a time. I know. I want to make sure that we end this thing on time and everybody gets their.
Keep it on time.
Yes.
No, man. So I'm a painter. I'm a pop artist.
Badass painter.
I've been doing it for 10 years, but just drawing.
I
my
met
whole
you at the
life.
markets.
You did, right?
I did, yes.
Back in the day, I was like, "Who is this girl? She's such a hustler." And here we are.
Here we
10
are.
years later. But it's people like Annie like that like gave me the inspiration to be an enabler and to connect people and with the art scene and meeting Angel too. Like it's just inspirational because we're the people that kind of like say, hey, I'm gonna like pay it forward. I'm gonna help you out. And I'm gonna help you have this exhibition. And stuff like that. So that's the point I'm at right now, where it's like, what's my next step? And my next step is to like start getting artists out of town and getting into other cities and stuff because we're starting to like.
Dude, El Paso is like
all the collectors, man. That's
the
true.
art. The quality of art we have here is freaking ridiculous. Why do we not have a Meow Wolf in Sunland Park Mall? Just saying, I've been trying to tell them for the last month. Sunland Park Mall. I'm talking to you right now on this podcast. Sunland Park Mall.
Yeah,
Let's do this. I'm all these artists. I know them. Let's make it happen.
El Paso's a tough market. Like we're talking about. But it's starting to change, man. And like I just had my show at Gallery Lincoln.
Yes.
I sold half of the art already. I mean, it's almost more than half already.
That's
I have one of the
amazing.
pieces.
Yeah, you got one, man. So that was 30 pieces. So that's the city turning itself on and saying like, you know what, we're here for you.
Yes.
And we're going to support you. So we're going to do the same. And you know what, I'm going to bring it back to this because it's so weird that you're here today because I lost, a baby cousin when she was 2 to leukemia, and she is one of the biggest inspirations in my life as to how I'm going to live it. And, just that we connected today, I'm telling you right now, what makes me happy doing the art and helping the scene in El Paso is how the artists in El Paso will give to anybody, any organization, because that's the kind of people we are. So what we're going to do with you is like Angel too, him here with his beer, like we're gonna help because that's what El Paso does.
Oh my goodness.
This is why I love this show. Everybody comes in strangers and everybody leaves best friends.
Yes,
You never
that's
know
the truth.
what the connections are going to be and the cool things we can do together.
That's the beauty of it. And we just did a show for 3 days with the Borderland Rainbow Center for my show, and we raised a lot of money for them. A lot of canned foods.
Yes.
And it goes to show, man, that's what art can do. And with you, believe you me, you're meeting some people that aren't going to just say it. We're going to go out and we're going to get the art.
Thank you,
We're going
guys.
to donate, and that's the truth.
See, I need to sign.
Y'all make me feel like shit. Guys. I don't help no one. I'm just like myself.
Well, today that changes, my friends. Today that changes.
I hope that y'all would like do some like collaborative work.
No,
Yeah.
man,
seriously.
keep our,
if we could stay in contact, we could roll everything into events.
Yes.
And help
And
each
you
other
keep
out.
our soldiers happy, man. That's
That's
the
right.
truth.
El Paso's
Well, I
about
mean,
that.
the military makes
Each other
them
and being
sad, and
family.
I just
It
keep
is.
drunk.
So do you have any shows coming up?
So for me, I have a show at El Paso Framing Company. That's going to be like 40 artists,
Yes.
12 by 12.
Follow
So
them.
I'm excited for that. I'm hoping in October to lock in a spot too for 15 pieces because I want to keep the momentum going.
Yes,
that's what's coming up for me. But
Busy.
yeah, just keep it busy.
How do we
And
find you?
You find me on Facebook, Juan Ornelas. You find me on Instagram. It's Juan Ornelas Art. Really easy. It used to be weird with underscores and stuff. So that's another tip for you guys. Keep your freaking name really
Simple,
easy.
yeah.
Yes, don't do anything creative. But yeah,
Your name.
put the T in there.
Yeah.
But But you're also at Casa Ortiz this Friday also.
No, I'm not at Casa
No, you're
Ortiz. No. You said that earlier. I was like, no,
I
not
didn't see
yet.
your name in there.
No. Pablo Hernandez.
No, I could have sworn I saw
Well,
you.
not that I know.
It's because it draws the crowds. It draws the crowds.
Oh, man, but yeah, I'm here for everybody in town. We're supporting left and right. Got
He's
the
like, I'm
trees.
not supposed to be there, but I will be there if you
I
want me
will.
to.
I'll show up. What's up?
Well, my sculpture will be there.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm gonna be there for sure, man. Yeah. Gotta support this guy.
Yeah, and we all support each other. Go out to these shows. They're so much fun.
Yeah, local businesses.
Yes.
So, I made a 1/3 scale Patriot missile launcher.
No
I
shit.
told you you'd like this.
Okay, stop. I'm already close to coming.
You're gonna finish.
My dad is a rocket scientist who worked out of White Sands, so I grew up around the Patriot in the 80s before people knew about it. So for my MFA show, I made a 1/3 scale Patriot missile launcher that fired golf balls.
That's so cool.
See, for me, I was an explosives guy. I love my explosives. And the first time I saw that V8 rocket that they had on Fort Bliss, I'm like, oh.
Have you been to the Missile Museum in White Sands?
No, I never get a chance to go out.
Yes.
I'm a
Growing up,
one-man
that's where we used to
operation.
have picnics there
Yeah.
as a kid.
Yeah.
There's
So
pictures
cool.
of me as a kid eating sandwiches under the fuselage.
We did some training out there when I was in the Army, but
That's about it.
yeah, like they told us that the sands are all irradiated and that we get to put something on our
Do you
planes.
wanna? How high are your ceilings in your place? In your store?
Let's see, I'd say about,
About this tall.
no, I'd say give it another, I'd say 12 feet tall.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like really nice.
Do you want to hang a tomahawk missile that I made?
Dude, that'd be
Oh
fucking
yeah. This guy's like, I don't know any artists, and now we're gonna start hanging art in his shop.
Like, trust me, I just recently got into like, my wife's like, you need a hobby besides drinking beer and picking fights. Dude,
Come by the studio. I'll show it to you.
All right,
that'd
cool.
be fucking awesome.
So
Connections.
I gotta get us back on track, guys.
Sorry.
No,
Yeah.
we're good. I love this. So do we have anything else we wanted to mention?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, just be supportive of everyone
Yes.
around you, and yeah, keep the good vibes.
Keep it
going.
go local. There's so many COVID renovation projects going on right now. We need art to decorate our houses. Your kids are going to college. They need art. Like, support these local artists and tell them I sent you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Andy.
All right. There we go. Oh my gosh.
Can we swap mics? Because this thing, like, I just want to
Just turn it.
I want to punch it in the face.
No.
Because it looks like a nose. Right?
I know, right? It reminds me of clown nose. Like, can we swap real quick?
Okay. So we got 15 minutes left on the show. We want to go on and talk about Texan Takeout. Mitchell is veteran.
Yep, 8 years infantry.
Thank you for your service. And you're also, that's Army, Marines. He's fixing to go into...
Naval Reserve in October. I have a slot set. I'm going to be a Navy corpsman.
Yeah, watch out.
All right.
So you have Texan Takeout on Viscount right next to the sushi, the Sunny
Sunny
Sushi.
Sushi.
Yeah, everybody knows them. So go and check them out. It's amazing. They only carry Texas craft beer. So you can build a 6-pack. You can go in for free freaking samples. You could buy a plastic cup and get a free beer.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can sign up for a giveaway every single freaking week. You can go in for free comedy. What else do you got, Mitchell?
Well, I'll tell you at the beginning. All right, there's like a lot of guys walk in. They're like, so this is a cool.
Everybody's like, all right, we gotta sit back. And
How did you come up with this? I'm like, well, I got really, really drunk in the barracks one day. And, you know, like all that, like we've all had that conversation with our buddies.
Earmuffs.
Like, hey, how are you going to become a fucking millionaire? Like, or like, what are you going to do when you're a millionaire? What are you going to do when you're a millionaire? And I asked them, how are you going to become a millionaire? And my buddies looked at me and they're like, well, what are you going to do? I'm like, easy. I'm going to sell beer next to a fucking military base.
that'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong. And like, I looked up all the laws and all that stuff, and I found out craft beer completely unregulated. Yeah. Sorry, I got dip on my face.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I like to throw a lipper in every now and then.
He's a character, man. If y'all haven't told during this podcast, he is a fun guy to hang out with. So, you carry... Tell us some of the brands that you carry.
Oh, everything we carry is all Texan made. My personal favorite is the Manhattan Project. You probably like this because your dad was a fucking rocket scientist. All their things are actually named after something to do with the Manhattan Project. So they have Black Matter, which is a coffee stout. sits at 8.6. Like, I like the high alcohol per volume. Like, yeah, it might cost a little bit more, but you're getting a bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the Wise Monkey, which is my personal favorite. It's a mango pear style Belgian.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a Belgian gold. We just sold out one of our top sellers. Let's see.
You also get specialty beers in monthly.
Oh yeah, monthly.
So they
this
switch out.
Friday, we're actually bringing in some crazy. Like my wife picked it out actually. It was her turn to pick it out. She wanted like some kind of crazy seltzer beer because she's on like a seltzer craze. And
Everybody is, man.
I know. I had this fucker walk into my store and he's like, "Yo, you got any of that gluten-free alcohol?" And I'm like,
See yourself to the door, sir.
I just looked at him like, "Sir, what the fuck is gluten?" I got no fucking gluten. And he's like, "What do you got? Like, you want to get fucked up fast, or you want it to taste good? Because I can help you with both of those."
There you go. So you have your steady beers that you have all month long. How many do you usually have?
Oh, we usually have about like 18 beers that we try and keep in stock constantly.
Yes.
And
The specialty
there are a
beers.
lot of seasonal ones,
Yeah,
so we'll
the
rotate
seasonal.
them out. Like the American Pilsner.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna laugh at this, guys. For May, we brought in a Star Wars beer. It was called. It was a 12.7 ABV tall boy called Java the Hutt.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one.
You know,
Java.
I mean, I seek out the dark side cider just because it's in the Star Wars font.
Good stuff.
It's actually tasty too.
Well, I'm not a big guy on cider. I mean, I'm a big fan of I'm a northern boy.
That's a Texas one also, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dark side.
Cider, like most like East ciders, Austin East ciders. They're fucking hilarious. Oh, she's over there making fun of me.
No, I was just telling Annie, I was like, I've never seen a Star Wars movie, so
She's like, out.
You can leave.
I know, I'm like, sorry guys, I'm not.
You know, I gave that to a student as homework when she said she didn't do it. I was like,
Really?
you cannot come back to class until you've seen
I could.
the first trilogy at least.
Yeah.
I've seen Twilight.
Oh, God.
You're
hurting me.
Well,
I know, right?
We're just like a small little beer store. That's
Yeah.
it. Like, and I'm not gonna lie. I looked up a lot of the regulations. I've always been a guy to push the rules. So what we do is like, in my store, we are a beer store. We're not a bar, right? But according to our license, I can give you a free sample. That's the thing. So sometimes, like Fridays and Saturdays, we do free samples, so you can try any beer you want in the fridge. And I realized, like, honey, yeah, I talked to my wife. Yeah, our license doesn't say anything about the size of the free sample. And she's like, yeah. And she gave me the idea, like, why don't we just buy some plastic cups? You sell them a cup with a free insult. Yeah, I get to call you an asshole to your face. And I fill it full of a free sample. So we're not technically a bar.
But you can come in and have a
But
drink.
you can come in and have a few beers if you like.
Awesome.
We're also very gun friendly. I mean, I usually always carry my Glock on me. I chose not to for this occasion. I didn't feel comfortable walking in another man's house.
Yeah.
I know a Glock on my head.
Abel's like, thanks.
If you are in a drinking store, I'd ask you, like, hey, you got iron on you? And they'd be like, yeah. All right, hand it over. It goes in the freezer until,
there you go.
You fuck off. But that's the point. Like, you can come in, have a few beers. You can also build your own six-pack. Since craft beer is unregulated, you can just slap together however you want.
Nice.
We do beers a week now. Or like right now we're doing the Texas honey cider from Austin East Ciders. It's $2 a beer. I mean...
I know when you see like $13 craft beers at like bars and things like that.
Oh, no. Like, I can't compete with the big guys. I'll give it to you like that. Like, Total Wine and like freaking Tin Man, those guys got me beat on their selection. So what I do is I just rotate shit they can't get in.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I ended up having to go to Total Wine to get the Girl Scout beer from Martin House.
Oh, dude, you should have came into my store, man. Like, we had a Lucky Charms flavored beer.
Oh, my God.
I
Set at 10.7. ABV, dog. Like, you drink 4 of those and you're off your ass.
Where are you located? What's your address and how do we find you on social media?
For my social media, I have to warn you, I run the Facebook account. So it's literally me shit posting memes about alcohol and getting shit faced as fuck. That is Texan Takeout LLC. And for my wife runs the Instagram. Very professional. Very well done. I can't give her enough credit. She's the best thing.
She's awesome.
Yeah. You can find it at Texan Takeout. That's it. No LLC at the end. Just Texan Takeout on Instagram. We're located at 8838 Viscount. Literally right up the road from the fountains.
Yeah. Perfect.
So you guys can just roll on in on a Friday and Saturday, try a few beers, figure out what you like, and then buy a cup. And
It's Labor Day weekend, guys.
Yeah, like I say, buy a cup, I'll get you fucked up.
Now, what days are you open?
The only day I'm closed is currently Sunday, because even God needed a day to get,
Day of rest.
Yeah, that's my day of rest. I get to hang out with my wife and kid, and when I go to bed, I get to get drunk.
That's like a daily routine for you.
Come on.
I got the job.
I know. It's just product. What is product research?
There you go.
Yeah. Well, it's considered. I have the quality test.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I know. I can't. I got to make sure that you guys are getting good beers.
Yes. Do you have any events or anything we want to throw out?
Actually, we're going to be doing a custom engraving beer mug.
Whoa.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. October 23rd. You got to sign up before the end of September, though.
Okay.
That's cool.
So you get to come in. You get a free beer with your mug. We're also going to have food trucks there.
Ah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we also just got in wine. We got a partnership. I want to give a shout
That's
out
right,
to Zinvale.
Local.
Those guys, fucking awesome wine. Mostly I like their label with the dog that looks like it got punched in the face. What do they call those things? Pugs. Yeah. It looks like you just like punched the dog in the face hard enough where the nose went into it. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They got a really, really good wine there. We sell wine by the glass, because like apparently you rent the glass.
Rent the glass.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like $3 for a glass of wine, $5 for a craft beer, whenever you drink in store. But last Saturday I had a bunch of National Guardsmen in, and they drew a lot of dicks on the walls. We have a chalkboard there. That's why I want to invite my artist friends here. Maybe you can class up my joint. The classiest thing on the wall is Mikhail Kalashnikov.
Oh my God.
He's an AK-47 surfing rooster with bloodshot eyes, and that's it. That's like the classiest thing on the wall.
I'll have to show you my gun splatter series.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, I just want to also give a shout out to Annie's Adventures.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you,
Yes.
guys. I
Leo
appreciate that.
Marketing, and of course, Dialogue Internet Radio for having me on.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
You guys are the best.
I appreciate that, guys. So thank you guys so much for joining me at home, in the car, wherever you guys are listening. You can go to dialogueinternetep.com to hear it. You can go to anniesadventuresep.com, go to the podcast link, and it'll take you directly to the podcast. You can follow on Annie's Adventures Facebook to watch live every Wednesday at 4. Ask questions. If you have any during the podcast, I'll get them answered for you. If you guys are interested in being featured on my page, please reach out to me. I'll message you on how we can do that to promote your events or your business. If you guys, again, need help in marketing or advertising, I can help you at Leo Marketing. If you are interested in advertising on my website, I also have space there. We need sponsorships for this show. And a huge shout out to Leonard at home. We know you're doing better. We can't wait to have you back in the studio. Thank you guys so much for going local. As always, tell them I sent you. Take care. We'll see you next week.